Well, here we are once again, another edition of Man with a Show here on CutiCast TV. Thank you for tuning in. Little bright sunny day today, even though this chill's starting to come down. You know, had some work done on the furnace. She kept burning out on us. Good thing now out do it now than later than in the deep winter on that. But that's a good thing. But not to go over all this stuff and everything that's going on in my side of the life. Let's see what's going on in the other, as they say, terms of what's going on out there that's more important to you, the viewer. Very important on there. Well, we know that Rise of the Skywalker is coming out. And basically, you know, you have a lot of people saying, ooh, this one is not going to be good. The trailer came out. Watching the trailer itself, did not like it at all. I mean, it was horrible. It was just, it just literally, like I said before, Star Wars is dead to me. I mean, it has died. Because, they've taken such a great concept made by a very good director, George Lucas, and just crapped on it. Just really crapped on it. It's like everything else that's been going on. They've done this to Doctor Who. They've done this to Star Trek. They're doing it to many different other things. They've just done it to Watchmen just recently because, I was just catching that, and it's just horrible. I mean, what a travesty that's going on, that they're doing this to the geekum. That basically those who are fans, I've always said, and I would say this from show to show, just to not to take away from this. In my personal experience in life, and this goes in, my retail experience and in business experiences, you can never get 100% of your customer. You can't get 100, 150, 100, 200% of, your customership. However percentage you want to put it. And basically you sit there, there are people in boardrooms day in, day out, say how many more customers can we grab, can we issue? You know how you get them is you have people do it for you. Because you'll never get 100%, because there are going to be people that are going to disagree with things you write. It's a constant variable. The only way you're going to win them is that basically let the people who love the show promote the show, because that's how people. When I was working in a company, and this is back when Walking Dead was just starting out, and I was telling people, hey, it's a good show. I love the comic. People said, oh no, I don't like zombie movies. I hate zombie movies. And you explain to them, said, listen, it's not only about the zombies, and you explain what the series is about, and they said, okay, I'll give it a try once, and then they're hooked. Not that this was going to happen to everybody, but this is how you're going to do it. You're to change something, to bring it, to put politics into there. I mean, what they did to Rorschach in Watchmen, in the Watchmen HBO series, it's just a travesty in itself. And it shows that HBO and its producers did not understand what Alan Moore wrote in the graphic novel that he did, which was such a great graphic novel. I mean, it's the only graphic novel that's in the top best literature books of all time. This is the only comic book type that's ever been given, that grand accomplishment that it is literature, and it is a good. If you have not read the graphic novel, go out and get yourself one, and it is really, really well done. The movie itself, a lot of things were missing. It wasn't that bad. It was okay. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But it was missing some elements which I was disappointed on. But getting back to this, The Rise of the Skywalker. Recently, there was a video put out, and it was put out by the World of Geekdom. And, he has a good channel. I advise, go over, give him some love, hit subscription, hit like on his stuff. He had gotten some leaked photos, and this was stuff on Reddit. in there. And he did a video talking about it. So now recently Disney copy striked him on that. That he had copyright, that he had taken copyright things. Several things that are my thoughts on that. Now, one, I'm going to tell you straight out, not a legal scholar, not a lawyer, stuff like that. But in my experience, and take this perspective, how many times have you seen on either a magazine cover or maybe online or someone taking a leak photo, putting it out there? How many times have those people been sued? How many times people have been taken off? I mean, right now I think I've seen some photos for Crisis Infinite Earths online, and I haven't seen CW say anything about it. I mean, they may not be happy about it, but I mean, the leak photos from what I've seen from this looks like it's from the editing room. I guess someone took some pictures on that, and Disney's claiming copyright on that. Now, if I take a picture of something, of a screen, in an editing facility of something of a movie on there, it's not a video, it's a picture. I know that it's just something that's from the movie itself. It's not giving real. Well, actually, this one gave a little bit more away that you thought it is, but you can't. It's a fine line saying that it's copyrighted. Because I could take a picture of something on my TV screen and show it to you. It's copyrighted material, but the picture itself is not copyrighted. It's whoever shot the picture. Now that it's a thin line. Those of you out there in the legal sense, it's a very thin line to say, hey, it doesn't belong. It doesn't belong to you. It's basically, it's a picture of something that, that's not yours. But see, the thing about it is, Disney didn't take the picture. Someone else took the picture. So it can go either way on that. And I know that Geekdom is basically, he is fighting back on this one. They struck it down. I mean, he didn't get I don't think he got a strike on this one. But basically, when you look at the perspective that, Disney, as far as in the movie sense, is hurting right now. Maleficent came out over the weekend, did horrible. There's word that Mulan is going into reshoots. There's reshoots on supposedly Rise of Skywalker. A couple of other things that they're working on. I hear there are some reshoots on there. Some things have gotten canceled. Perfect example, the Ghost Rider TV series that was supposed to happen, that's been canceled. There's been a big shakeup at Marvel itself. You have Fahey, who's now taken over. Jeff Loeb is out, supposedly. Which, you can go either way on that. Jeff Loeb, he did bring some good things to the table and some bad things. It goes both ways. Is it a good thing, bad, that he's gone? And it's hard to say. It's hard to say what Kevin Feige was going to do from here on in now that he has full control of movies and television. Plus, you have the rollout that's coming out very soon. Actually, it's in about 2 weeks, I think it is. It's 2.5 weeks. The Disney Plus channel is going to be out with over 600 pieces of programming, movies, TV, all that. You'll see how good they end up with that. But like I said, you have a lot going on. And I think, what is it? They just, they just announced Hocus Pocus 2, which is like, I can go either way. And plus also, you're hearing so many that they want to remake this and remake that. And, they're taking all their animation, turning it into, redoing those, Aladdin, the failures of Aladdin, Lion King, and all the rest on there that, that have come out so far. Aladdin made some money, but still, it's the perception that, you're taking a classic and you're ruining the classic because you're updating it toward the politics of the period, and that's a wrong thing to do. It's the same thing as like with Song of the South. Why isn't Song of the South not available in the United States? It's available overseas, and it's not available in the United States. And people say, well, it's racist and stuff like that. Have you seen it? Have you seen it that it's racist or anything of that nature? It's the movie was made from a different time period, understandably. Does it focus on racism? It's a fine line. I mean, most of it's animated. I mean, it has its own ride, Splash Mountain itself. Nobody complains about the characters that they use in Splash Mountain, that it was part of Song of the South. It's just that whole thing with Uncle Remus and stuff like that. It was based on a book of stories and stuff like that of a different time period. We shouldn't get past the history of the past. That hey, some bad things happen, some really rotten things happen, and we shouldn't hide that. That's we learn from that. That's how we learn, is that we can't make the same mistakes of the past. If we hide the mistakes of the past, in the future we're going to be making the same mistakes all over again, and that's what's happening right now. We're continuing to do things like this, like Rise of the Skywalker. You're throwing things out at, saying, oh, we want to bring new people into Star Wars. Guess what? Do you know how new fans of Star Wars began? Because basically it started all the way when we were kids. For those of you in my age group, we were kids that went to see it. As we grew up, we took our kids to see it, and those kids are taking their kids to see it. You see what I mean? It doesn't go, you change something in the movie elements itself to make it, so basically more people will come to see it. You already have that crew. You already have that guaranteed money that, you're going to get every time. You can't say, you can't always say that, when you make a movie that you're guaranteed X amount of dollars, but you can with something of an element like Star Wars, because you have that fan base. But now you've alienated that fan base. They said, well, they split it in half. No, they didn't split it in half. They alienated most of the fans. And when you have that, I mean, you got some hardcore that'll probably go the first day. And obviously, yeah, okay, they're going to go hardcore because they'll see, let's see how it is. But then you're going to get people like us who are fans, and we've been fans for many years on stuff like that. But I'm not going to go see it. I refuse to go see it. If I see it, if anything, it'll be on TV. I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to give money to Disney for this. It's a travesty. It's a total travesty. Already we're hearing that, oh yeah, it's setting records for pre-sales. I don't know, because I don't see it, because most of the people that are saying that it's out there, Adam, which basically Disney owns a piece of that, and Fandango, I think the head of Fandango used to work for Disney. How can you trust these sources? How can you trust these sources as right? Especially with the Captain Marvel debacle, where they said, well, we made money on there, and then you hear news that basically you had empty theaters. You had tickets bought. And this is not the first time. It's not the first time that Disney has pulled something like this. And you're already seeing situations where Disney has cooked their books. They're basically former bookkeepers, head bookkeepers, who are coming forward now and basically saying, oh, Disney's doing some things behind the scenes that are not good. What we want, and down straight on, is Star Wars to be originally what it was. Do you know why Clone Wars worked out well? Because the guy did Clone Wars. He stuck to his guns. He stuck to what it was and created a new character, Ahsoka Tano, which a lot of people love. And you say to yourself, wow, this is such a great character. I want to see more of her in there. You saw her later on in the Rebel series, And that was such a great addition. And the way they did the Rebels TV series on there, you know. Clone Wars, I can't wait for the last season on there. Is it going to be very good? Did they do a good job of it? Or did they just do all politics straight through on there? Hard to say, but I will watch Clone Wars because I started it and I will finish it. I will always finish it. Now, as far as Star Wars, the movie Rise of Skywalker, it's a shame. And for them to reach out to someone and copy strike them for showing a picture on that, you know, to all the companies out there that we deal with day in and day out, that we talk about, whether it's Warner Brothers, whether it's Disney, which is Paramount on that. If you have a problem with our show, contact us. You know, we leave ways of contacting it, you know, via email or letter, or, you know, some of us have, you know, put up our phone numbers and stuff like that. You know, if you don't like the product, tell us why you don't like us putting it up there. And send us stuff on there, you know. We have fans that do watch our shows day in, day out. Channels like Neurotic.com, Overlord DVD, which is Doomcock, you know, Blind Wave, many different YouTubers out there, World of Geekum, that basically, you know, we talk about this stuff day in, day out. You want to talk about your side of the playing field, then come to us, because from what we see, things are horrible. It's basically, you know, you look at this and you look at the trailer. The trailer is horrendous. It's not a trailer. It just literally, oh my God. I digress. We breathe and all that. So, comment below. You tell me how you feel about the situation with Will the Geekum. Do go, you know, go check out his channel. Also, I just want to say thank you for those who have supported us here on Q2Cast TV and Man with the Show. Hit and subscribe. Also, please check your subscriptions. One thing, there's a new algorithm starting with YouTube where you might get unsubscribed again. So please do check it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're getting our videos on there. Make sure you hit that notification bell. You know, if you like, and you know, of course, obviously, if you like this show, you know, you enjoy it on it, hit that like button, smash it down, and pass this on to others that, you know, that do enjoy hearing things like this, that, you know, hearing stories like this that we talk about day in and day out. So until the next video, thank you for tuning in to Man with the Show on Q2Cast TV. Don't forget, tomorrow, 8 p.m. American Asylum. We got a nice lineup for you there too as well on Q2Cast TV. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good day, or evening, or tomorrow, or history. Have a good one.